Okay, here we go. This looks familiar. Please stand by. Now you don't have to stand physically, but it means wait. Like, okay. Is there a game in there? Because some people they tune into the Poorly Aged Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel just to see game footage. Okay, let's try this again. The last time failed utterly, although it wasn't my fault. There was a missing master file. Yes, this is your Poorly Aged Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer, and I'm playing a modded version of Obsidian Entertainment's Fallout New Vegas, if it ever loads. Please stand by. Now you can do that sitting if you want, but please stand by. Pretty please. Now we got this far before. Oh hey, look, words. Fallout New Vegas. I mean New Vegas. No, we don't do the New Vegas stuff. Let's see if the game runs. Oh, it does look glitched. Ah, rats. What's the trouble now? Okay. No more Mr. Nice Guy. We will try this a third time. We're not tired. I don't have a reason in the world to believe this is going to go any better than last time, but I'm going to try starting the game all over. Remember, when we got into the game last time, it just completely froze up. I don't know why it's doing that, but Fallout New Vegas, one of the videos we shot of it, has gotten more views than almost any other video, except the spore one, and I already did a spore one tonight. It's mighty loud music, ain't it? You notice, I told it no music. See? It doesn't care. Don't you hate games that say they can do something for you and then they don't? They give you an option and the option isn't really something. So anyway, we're starting the game all over again. I am your Poorly Aged Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer. You're watching YouTube's Poorly Aged Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel, your favorite YouTube channel, where you're falling in love in stereo. Alone. Now, everybody saw me tell it not to put music in the game. So if YouTube gets mad at me for there being copyrighted music in the game, you all stand by my side, right? You got my back? Who are you, dude? That's one long barrel you got there. Welcome, fabulous Vegas. Fabulous! I guess you'd call that a headshot. By the way, I don't think this game should have a prologue. I know it's iconic and everything, but the game would play better without it. I'm just giving it the best chance to run. If we get to Doc Severinson's house or whatever this dog's name is, and it doesn't work, then we'll have to move on to the next game.
When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults.
We don't need to know this. It's a better game if you don't know this.
Their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic,
We're
dedicated to
united
old
and
world
it
values of
feels so
democracy and the
good.
rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert.
I like deserts.
They returned with tales
Except
of
for
a city
scorpions and
untouched
snakes.
by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world.
How come
and a
there's
great
no
wall
snakes in this
spanning
game?
the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east. to
National
occupy
Cash
Hoover
Register?
Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag.
We don't need to know all this. We could
A
have
vast
discovered
army
it
of
in the game
slaves
itself.
Forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion.
This is bad storytelling.
4
Bad
years
thing.
have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat.
Steady as a beating
Through it all,
drum.
the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots.
You sure that's not Dr. House?
You are a courier,
Am I?
hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Given what happens to me, I can't imagine
Guess
why I
who's
would
waking up
remember all
over
this
here?
stuff.
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
You're wearing plaid.
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig?
No, the guy with the shovel digs.
You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene.
I just got here.
From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Bethesda Software presents an Obsidian Entertainment production. Follow New Vegas with really loud music I told her not to have. Follow New Vegas. Go on to the next part. Okay, I don't know if it's going to freeze up here. It looks like it is freezing up here. So,
You're awake.
you're a jerk.
How about that?
So, I don't know why it's
Easy
not
there,
working.
Easy. You've been out cold a couple of
This
days.
is going to give people seizures.
Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings.
Well, because the game's
Let's see what
broken.
the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Can you tell me why the game's broken? I've never seen it act like this before. I don't even know how to fix it. I mean, I've got to find a way to fix it, but off the top of my head, I don't know how to fix it. Let me close the game and see if I can think of anything. Okay, I'm not tired or frustrated or... Yes, I am. Bethesda Softworks. It doesn't say A. It says Bethesda Softworks as Zenimax Media. Obsidian Entertainment. TM. Obsidian TM Entertainment. Now this should work. I've gotten rid of all the mods. We're just back to vanilla. And I'm not used to playing vanilla Fallout New Vegas. So I'll probably hate it. I don't care how many times it takes. Now, this time, I uninstalled the entire game, deleted its folders, and now, through the miracle of reinstallation, ready to play again. Do you think it'll work? I am skeptical. Please stand by. Fallout New Vegas. Now, we're going to give it its best chance by starting all over again. And again, it's ignoring the fact that we said don't play any music. So we're innocent as far as copyrighted music or anything like that. I don't remember the jokes I did, and if I do them again, it's just gonna seem like I'm doing the same stuff all the time. So, who are you, dude? I'm sure he's shooting like beer cans or something. So that's good. He shoots a long way. That was not a beer can. I hope that wasn't a Mexican. Now, like I said, really, this prologue shouldn't exist. The game's better without knowing all this background information. Just learning it organically during the game would be much better.
War. War never changes.
Never, ever?
When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults.
They weren't that great.
When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes.
Uh-huh.
As decades
more?
passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law.
Woo, democracy!
As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River.
I thought the Great
The
Wall was in
NCR
China.
mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition.
You know,
But
Fallout...
across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag.
Maybe you'll tell us about
A
them.
vast army of slaves, forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion.
Again, this would be better if we just learned it
4
in
years
game.
have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat.
Steady as a beating drum.
Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr.
Doctor.
House, and
Doctor.
his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots.
Dr. House is running a rehab in Vegas?
You are a courier,
I am.
hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip.
How do I know this?
What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn
For the
for
worst?
the worse.
It kind of smells in
You
here.
got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
It's not raining.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Dude,
Time to cash out.
you are a fashion
Will you
nightmare.
get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig?
Oh yeah, you're such a nice guy.
You've made your last delivery, kid.
I haven't made any deliveries.
Sorry you got twisted up in this scene.
I just I just installed this. What are you
From
talking
where
about?
you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck.
I'm actually sitting in my gaming
Truth
chair.
is, the game was rigged from the start.
I was starting to think that. Bethesda Software presents an Obsidian Entertainment production that has music when you tell it you don't want it. Fallout New Vegas. Mercenary pack items added to inventory. Well, we've gotten further than we got last time. Classic pack items added to inventory. I almost never play this game vanilla. Caravan pack items added to inventory. So what I was saying, if you were to get rid of that whole prologue and just wake up in the doc's office and then, you know, you talk to the doc, he tells you a little bit, then you go out into the world and you find out about the Legion and everything, that would be better. And guess what? All of that's already in the game. What I mean by that is, when you go to the first locations, you'll see people will tell you about the NCR. They'll tell you about Caesar's Legion. That whole prologue is very iconic, beautifully done, and it actually diminishes the game. Now, the caravan pack items have been added to my inventory.
Awake.
You're a jerk. Tribal pack items added to
How
your
about that?
inventory.
Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Yeah, but don't make fun of it. I am YouTube dude.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name.
Who cares what you would pick?
Welcome to Good Springs.
Thank you.
Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place.
Anything? Can't you speak properly?
How'd I do?
Now, what I'll do in the future is I will add mods to try and get it back to the way I usually play it. But, you know, this time I just wanted to shoot a Fallout New Vegas video. So, this is vanilla, no mods. And like I said, I am not used to playing this way, so I don't know what it'll be like. I do like purple hair. Makes me feel a little better to have purple hair. Mustache. Are you sure you want this to be your character? Yes. Are you positive? Absolutely. Have you prayed about this decision?
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now.
That'd be slowly. Now, the problem of starting vanilla is I'm gonna, even if I didn't loot the guy's place, I'm gonna run out of, you know, strength to carry everything that's available here. And I am going to loot his place. So I don't know. I don't know if, you know, I'll add more mods before I leave this guy's house or what I'll do. Basically, I was just trying to get the game working so that I could show it to you. You know, I don't like old men telling me I look good.
If you got back all your...
That would be Quick Lee. I can't stress how worrisome it is to have an alleged doctor who doesn't know the basics of English. This is one of my favorite games, and it appears to be a favorite here on the Poorly Aging Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel as well. So when I look at the response to videos I've done, long form videos, in other words, videos that are more than 3 minutes long, the number one video is from Spore. It's one Fallen Rays has asked me to do. And the number two is something called Fallout New Vegas. And I think there's another Spore one that's number 3 or 5 or something like that. I have the list right here. Oh, see, I'm already over encumbered. But we'll probably sell back a bunch of the stuff that we looted from his house. Or like I said, I might add more mods even before I leave this dude's house. Because I do hate not being able to run. But they could have left out the, you know, that big old movie at the beginning. And if they had, we would just learn about things as they come up. And it makes more sense. You know, they're saying that we got shot in the head and all that. So it makes a lot more sense that that we wouldn't remember all of that stuff that's in the prologue. So why not just have us wake up at Doc Mitchell's clinic, meet Doc Mitchell, have him tell us his perspective about what's going on. Then we could go on to the Prospector Saloon, meet Sunny and get her perspective on what's going on. Meet the old guy, get his perspective. Because you know what? They end up talking about the NCR. They end up talking about Kaiser's Legion. They do all of that. So we could learn about it in-game. It would be more natural. This way doesn't actually make any sense. I always go with the heavy luck build. For those of you wondering what I'm doing. And a heavy intelligence charisma luck build. This is kind of interesting, you know, playing it vanilla, which I never do. So, as you see, I'll have 4 in strength, 2 in perception, 2 in endurance, 10 in charisma, 10 in intelligence, 2 agility, and 10 luck. By the way, by the end of this, I'm still probably, even with the 4 strength, probably still going to be carrying more than I'm supposed to. So I'll probably still be slowed down.
Look at that. Maybe them bullets done your brain some good.
That's
Well,
kind of...
vitals are good, but that don't mean... Through a couple of questions. See if your dogs are still barking.
See, I don't even have clothes or weapons or anything yet, and I'm already over encumbered. But it's kind of weird also that he says maybe the bullets did me good. That's some strange doc there. Now, I'm going to exit this and try and add just the carry more mod. See if I could do that. That could take a while, but I'm used to having limitless carry capabilities. So let's see what I can do right here on your favorite YouTube channel, the Poorly Aging Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel. Now, if this works, I'll be right back and we can get on with it. By the way, how come he didn't have me look at the eye chart? HSN, JTU, QFMZ, CHDVT, OLGBVA. I think that's an HBTYLDE, DNTGE, I think, DTHELD, something TC. Maybe it's an ATC. Like American Technical College or something. Do you suppose the doc just went to a technical college and not a medical school? Okay, cross your fingers, or whatever things you cross when you want some luck in life. We've added the carry weight mod. It's not ultimate carry weight, but it's like 50,000 pounds. So, if your carrier is carrying more than 50,000 pounds, it's not my fault. I have no idea whether this is going to work, by the way. But we're in Doc Mitchell's office. I've added very few mods. By the way, the regular... Okay, yeah, now see I can run around. The regular DLCs for the game were not... it said that they weren't activated, so I activated those while I was gone too. It is so... I'm so glad he had this picture on the wall. Look at that art. It's beautiful. Kind of brings a tear to your eye. Oh, and this one. He must have paid a fortune for that. That one's not so good. There's still a book on the shelf? I'm sorry, Doc. I thought I had looted all your books. My bad. Please forgive me. I'm starting to notice a trend in his framed art. Which one do you like? The one on the right or the one on the left? Now, I think these are just regular windows that have been boarded up, although that one does have a frame on it, so I guess this is art. And those would, I'm guessing, are regular windows just boarded up. And more art up here. Good, there's no art in the bathroom. Art in the bathroom and fire in the skies. Oh, look at that one. She is so pretty. Do 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 do. How come I can't crouch? There's no sneak skill in Fallout New Vegas? Okay, dude, I'll sit on your couch. Pardon my not having clothing. Well, I mean... Why should I care what you want? Let's see, dog. I can say cat, feed, newspaper, train, kick, dinner. I don't eat dogs for dinner. I'm pretty sure I'm kosher. I did check for a circumcision because this is a G-rated YouTube channel, but I'm pretty sure that I don't eat dogs. I don't kick dogs either. I sometimes train dogs. I don't read about dogs in the newspaper. Are you saying, Doc, you want me to feed you to the dogs? I don't like cats. Doctor, right? Was I right? Wait, there is no doctor on the list. I could say shelter, burglarize, renovate, target, investment, demolish. See, so think about that for a minute. They did play that whole, war never ends nonsense, all that bit. And so you would think that they're saying that the courier, which am us, knows all that background information. But then when he says the word house, we're not allowed to say Mr. They just told us about Mr. House, how he runs New Vegas and all that. You would think Mr. would be on the list under house. Or Vegas. Bribe, crush, stab, Swiss cheese, vaporize, reasonable. Let's crush the bandit. I definitely have some regrets regarding my mother. Let's not get into it, Doc. I got a statement for you. You see how much this sounds like something you would say? Fallout New Vegas needs to be remade this very second without the least amount of delay. With 16K graphics. Made for Windows 12. The next operating system that'll come along. 64-bit. More stable, bug-free. Ain't ya? Fixin' wouldn't have a G on the end. That would be fixing. Are you? Well, I'm not. Yeah, if that sounds like me. Not really, but how could you be a, you know, a video game character if you weren't? Well, that's obviously a shadow in a door frame. You pervert! I'm too embarrassed to say what it looks like. It looks like two bears high-fiving, which isn't in the list. She who? So, none of this really mattered, what we just did? So, there is a sneak skill. I don't know why it didn't let me sneak before. I'm gonna go with speech. I like getting on my way through sneak. So I'm gonna go sneak, barter. The barter skill affects the prices you get for buying and selling items. In general, the higher your barter skill, the lower your prices on purchased items. Now, we could have gone with energy weapons. The energy weapon skill determines your effectiveness with any weapon that uses small energy cells, microfusion cells, EC packs, or flamer fuel as ammunition. The explosive skill determines the ease of disarming any hostile mines and the effectiveness of any explosive weapons. All mines, all grenades, missile launcher, Fat Man, etc. By the way, you know something interesting? The first video I ever uploaded to the U and the Tube, which was like almost 16 years ago now, was from Fallout 3. Why do I mention this? Well, in my Spore video that I just did, I read the list of the game videos I have in the order of how many views they got. Fallout 3 didn't even rank. That means I didn't do any Fallout 3 video that got even 10 views. 10! I may remedy that. But Fallout 3 does have some problems running in Windows 11, so I don't know. The guns, I did choose the gun perk. Gun determines your effectiveness with any weapon that uses conventional ammunition. 22 LR, 357 Magnum, 5mm, 10mm, 5.56mm, 308, 45 to 70 government, etc. The nose pick skill is used to open noses and containers. The medicine skill determines how many hit points you'll replenish upon using a stim pack, and the effectiveness of Rad-X and Radaway. See, the prologue didn't tell us anything about stim packs, Rad-X, or Radaway. They just trust us to get to know the systems in the game. Which makes more sense. It's a lot more immersive to wake up in his office, not know who I am, where I am, and all of that, than to wake up and know there's been a nuclear war, know about the Nisr and Caesar's Legion and the Great Khans, and that war never ends. The melee weapons skill determines your effectiveness with any melee weapon. Well, then it's got a good name. From the simple lead pipe all the way up to the high-tech super sledge. The repair skill allows you to maintain any weapons and apparel. In addition, repair allows you to create items and guns ammunition at reloading benches. Guns ammunition? Wouldn't that be gun ammunition? Science. The science skill represents your combined scientific knowledge and is primarily used to hack restricted computer terminals. It can also be used to recycle energy weapon ammunition at workbenches. So if they were going to be consistent with repair where it says guns ammunition, they should have said energy weapons ammunition, which they don't do. So they're not even consistent with themselves. The higher your sneak skill, the easier it is to remain undetected, steal an item, or pick someone's pocket. Successfully attacking while undetected grants you an automatic critical hit. The speech skill governs how much you can influence someone through dialogue and gain access to information they might not otherwise want to share. The survival skill increases the hit points you receive from food and drink. It also helps you create consumable items at campfires. The unarmed skill is used for fighting without a weapon, or with weapons designed for hand-to-hand combat, like brass knuckles, power fists, and displacer gloves. So like I said, we're going with barter, guns, and speech. Could you close your legs, please? I'd really appreciate it if you would close your legs. I do like Wild Wasteland, but I can add that as a mod later, so... Built to destroy. The flamer that burns twice as bright burns half as long. All weapons have plus 3% chance to critically hit, but equipment condition decays 15% faster. Claustrophobia. You have a fear of enclosed spaces, probably because of the mutants that live there. You gain 1 to special attributes when outside, but suffer -1 when indoors. Early bird. Hey, early risers! Enjoy a 2+ to each of your special attributes from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. But suffer a -1 from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. when you're not at your best. While using guns and energy weapons, you fire 20% more quickly, but your shots are 20% less accurate. By the way, if you were looking for a speed run of Fallout New Vegas, this ain't it. This is just me playing Fallout New Vegas my way, while wearing any type of glasses. You have 1 per. Without glasses, you have -1 per. That would be perception. You're good-natured at heart, more prone to solving problems with your mind than violence. You gain +5 to barter, medicine, repair, science, and speech, but have -5 to energy weapons, explosive guns, melee weapons, and unarmed. Your melee and unarmed attacks do more damage, but less critical hit damage. You gain 25%, not 25%. Don't listen to that guy. You gain plus 25 pounds to your carrying capacity, but suffer a -1 to all attributes anytime the weight you're carrying drops below 160 pounds. When your health drops below 50%, you gain a 10% you gain 10% more damage, but you also suffer -2 to your agility and perception attributes. You have a +10 action points, but your reckless nature causes you to have -2 damage threshold. No one's going to put you out to pasture, because you're going to stay young and level 30 forever. You'll never again become addicted to chems, and they'll last twice as long. But after 30, you can kiss experience, perks, and skill points goodbye. You told me I couldn't go beyond 30, and then you tell me what happens if I go beyond 30. From frag grenades to throwing spears, you can throw weapons 30% faster at the cost of 25% less range. You're skilled, but not experienced. You gain +5 points to every skill, but you suffer -10% from experience gained from now on. Due to your small size, you have 1 plus agility, but your limbs are more easily crippled. While using guns and energy weapons, you fire 20% more slowly, but are 20% more accurate. Wild Wasteland unleashes the most bizarre and silly elements of post-apocalyptic America, not for the faint of heart or the serious of temperament. So, I am going to go with skilled, and there's 1 trait left. I could go Wild Wasteland, but I'll probably save Wild Wasteland. And I'm going to go good-natured, even though that kind of goes against what I did with my gun skill. Does it?
I'll see you out.
Good, I didn't like you anyway. I didn't like you anyway. If you say that, then you don't look so good. 'Cause people know you'd nab it if you could. There appears to be enough chemical components available to create a small quantity of chems, assuming one has the knowledge to do such a thing. Let's create some stim packs. 5 stim packs added. This 9mm submachine gun is broken, but can possibly be restored to a fully functioning weapon. Now I can leave it alone, or I can repair the 9mm machine gun. And as you see, I have repaired it. I can't sleep here. By the way, isn't this the bed I woke up in? How is it that I'm not allowed to use it ever again? I'm just making sure there's nothing unstolen in his house. I mean, not unstolen, I mean unpicked up. Obviously, I don't want to steal from the man. He may have saved my life. I don't know that he did, but he may have. And the reason I don't know is I've only got his word on it so far. And I'm not the kind of person who just automatically trusts everything that's said to me. Now, this game's alright, and I have played it in 4K before, but that really stresses the engine. That's why I'm saying a remake would be terrific. A remaster. Basically putting it in 64-bit environment would be good. As you see, I can't bring up any of my guns. So, let's just leave. See you, bye. So you kept me nearly naked the whole time, however many days I've been here? When you had my clothes all along? You're a perverted old man, aren't you? What do I do now? Well, I didn't get killed. If I got killed, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Fallout New Vegas allows you to play in a new hardcore mode that greatly increases the challenge of the game. In this mode, Stimpaks heal over time and cannot mend broken limbs. Radaway removes radiation over time. Ammunition has weight. And dehydration is a constant concern. This mode is only recommended for advanced players. Well, I've only played this game for like 7,300 hours in Steam, so I'm not nearly advanced enough. You may turn hardcore mode on or off at any time in the gameplay menu. But if you activate hardcore mode now and maintain it through the end of the main storyline, you'll receive a special reward. Would you like to activate hardcore mode? No. Okay, this is my Pip-Boy. Apparel can consist of many different types of gear, ranging from clothing and armor to sunglasses and hats. DT. Some apparel grants damage threshold to the wearer. Your DT is the sum of all DT for currently equipped apparel, plus any bonuses from perks or camps. DT is directly subtracted from incoming damage, so a higher DT provides superior protection. Though a small percentage of damage can get through even the thickest armor, a high DT is quite valuable. CND, apparel's condition, affects how much protection it provides. Apparel above 50% CND provides maximum protection and only needs to be maintained. Light, medium, heavy. Medium and heavy apparel will slow characters down when equipped. Repair. This option opens the repair submenu, which allows apparel to be repaired by salvaging parts from similar items. I don't see any kind of helmet that I can wear. So, good. The radio doesn't work. It shouldn't work, by the way. I'm just testing to make sure it doesn't work. The reason it shouldn't work is, remember, I turned music all the way down. Instructions. Deliver the package at the north entrance to the Vegas Strip by way of Freeside. An agent of the recipient will meet you at the checkpoint, take possession of the package, and pay for the delivery. Bring the payment to Johnson Nash at the Mojave Express Agency in Prim. Bonus on completion, 250 caps. Manifest. This package contains one oversized poker chip composed of platinum. Contract penalties. You are an authorized agent of the Mojave Express package until the delivery is complete and payment has been processed, contractually obligated to complete this transaction and materially responsible for any malfeasance or loss. Failure to deliver to the proper recipient may result in forfeiture of your advance and bonus, criminal charges, and or pursuit by mercenary reclamation teams. The Mojave Express is not responsible for any injury or loss of life you experience as a result of said reclamation efforts. So, you see, you have this on you already that says you are an authorized agent of the Mojave Express package. Not only is that bad English, but it means they didn't have to tell us in the prologue, you are a courier. I'm probably going to try some more mods before I leave his house. Because, I mean, who really wants a stable game? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? No, I'm not used to playing without mods. I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart. Okay, I am your poorly aged sarcastic PC Witty gamer, and this is Bethesda Softworks' ZeniMax Media Company, Obsidian TM Entertainment. Does the game have a name or just credit? Oh, it's called Please Stand By. Okay. I'm so glad I disabled the music. Thank you for respecting my choices. Fallout New Vegas. That's interesting. Okay. Where'd that guy go? Dude, what's with your mouth? Oh, that's freaky. I'm hurt. I need help, Doc. Isn't it customary for a doctor to prescribe follow-up medication and not have a pink mouth? I'm in a lot of pain, Doc. Can you spare any more? Did you just drink a bunch of Pepto-Bismol or something? Why is your mouth purple? That doesn't explain the pink mouth. Still are. Yeah, she put an end to it. You said before you had something taken from you. Was it your tongue and your gums and a normal mouth? Then why'd you bring it up, idiot? And can you close your mouth when you're not? I mean, you look like a Neanderthal. Who was it that rescued me? Uh-huh. Just the feelings coming over me. Town? What town is this? Dude, you really got to see a physician about that mouth thing. What else can you tell me about Good Springs, as if I cared? I don't need to buy a general. Chet. My basics? That little slut. And doing the best they can. When it comes to leaving, you know I understand. Do you know anything about the man that shot me? Then how do you know there were men with him? How do you know it was a they? I think you know more about this than you're saying, because you said you didn't see anybody, but now you know that it was more than one person. You're getting yourself into more and more trouble. You're playing the good guy, but you have that pink mouth problem, and you know more than you're letting on. And you keep slipping about what you do let on. I need medical supplies. He's going to sell them to me. Okay, so let's sell whatever we're not going to use. Because we do need money. Money can make you happy. Money can make you rich. Money can make you happy. Money. I'll get rid of the casual wear. '21 jumpsuit. We probably want to keep all our 8 items. Now, I know some of these things could have been used later on in the game, and I might buy some later on in the game, but it doesn't make sense for my character to carry them around right now. Obviously, I need money more than I need. Yeah, you get a physician, dude, because... Yeah, what's that with your mouth? I don't know if everybody in this game is going to have that pink mouth. It kind of reminds me in the Elder Scrolls Oblivion IV. The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion Remastered. Everybody seems to have black gum disease. The inside of their mouths are black for no particular reason. Now, we're going to leave our first location. Are you excited? Are you happy? Now, if you'd like to see the kind of ways a poorly aging, sarcastic PC Witty gamer who's played Fallout New Vegas for over 7,300 hours experiences the game, you've come to the right place. I might even make this a podcast. You've gotten a fragmented signal on your Pip-Boy. Yeah, this is where they punish you for buying the DLCs. A coded transmission of some sort with a sad, jazzy undercurrent that makes your head hurt. As far as you could tell, it appears to be an invitation to the Midnight Science Fiction Pictures Show. At the Mojave Drive-In. Please arrive early to catch the trailers. Old World Blues has been loaded. Your level cap has been raised by 5. Your Pip-Boy has received a signal coordinates that lead to the canyon wreckage west of Prim. Following the coordinates of the words Courier 6. It's signed Ulysses. Lonesome Road has been loaded. Your level cap has been increased by 5,000. Your Pip-Boy has picked up a radio broadcast from the Happy Trails Caravan Company. They're looking for one more member for an expedition to Zion Valley. Honest Hearts has been loaded. Your level cap has been raised by 5,000. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. The ongoing conflict in the Mojave Wasteland has kicked weapon manufacturers into high gear. All major and minor weapon dealers in the region are rolling in new weapons, ammunition types, and modifications. Head to your nearest participating vendor to peruse the merchandise. Gunrunner's arsenal has been loaded. Who cares if there's a cloud when we're together? Howdy. If only a woman felt that way about me. I've never seen a robot like you before. Do you know who those men were who attacked me? Question mark. How did you happen to find me? Question mark. You know, I just noticed for the first time, and I have really played this for well over 7,300 hours, that speaker up there over the monitor, you know, on top of the monitor, it actually is animated when he speaks. Now, look at it. It's right here. If you see my pointer, it's right up here. Now, I'll ask him something, and you'll see that it's animated. Thanks for digging me out of that grave. How'd you end up at Good Springs? Now, I don't know if that's part of the vanilla game or some mod, but you know, I'm not really running that many mods right now. I'm being conservative, careful. Goodbye to me until I meet again. Happy trails to me. Keep smiling until then. Your Pip-Boy has picked up a radio broadcast inviting you to the grand opening of the Sierra Madre Casino. Dead money has been loaded. Your level cap has been raised by 5. This is going to be interesting because I'm not going to attempt to play it with all the mods I usually play it with, at least not right now. Welcome to the Mojave Express. Mojave Express drop boxes, like this one, can be used to deliver items to any Mojave Express drop box that you've discovered. Once you find a Mojave Express drop box, just activate it, and you will be able to use that location to send and receive items. Let's go talk to Chet. What is wrong with your tongue? I mean, you look great, okay, but the inside of your mouth all messed up. What makes the surplus ammo inferior? Barney keeps his bullet in his pocket. Tell me about special weapon mods and special ammo. And watch your language. Do you know anything about the people who attacked me, question mark? Anything else you could tell me about the Great Khans? Watch your language. Have you? I mean, ever? Have you ever? Dude, have you ever been to New Vegas? See, he tells you a little bit about Mr. House, the robots, the NCR, and things like that. Other people in Good Springs, where we start out, are going to tell us things about Caesar's Legion, the NCR, and things like that. It's enough of a background, and it feels more natural, more immersive, that people would tell you about this rather than right before you get shot, you would see a prologue movie about it and remember the details from it. Show me what you have for sale. I don't want to buy any can do. Actually, I'm pretty sure I don't want to buy anything from you, but I could sell my broad machete. I kind of do like money. It's a business. I'd like to know more about Dr. House. Doctor. 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 Goodbye. I'll take anything I want. Now, I'm not doing this in the same order that you would do it. I'm not trying to be generic like that. I'm trying to play it like a real role-playing game. Who's this guy? Oh, he's got pink gums too. I think that means... so I did install Fallout Character Overhaul because it makes the characters look different. I think better. But there must be something about it that is giving those people the pink mouths. And, you know, I could live with the pink mouths. I just think it's strange. And I think I could get rid of it by getting rid of Fallout Character Overhaul. It's just not that big of a priority for me. I'm just excited to be playing this game again. In an age where 2K and EA, you know, shut down their gaming servers a couple of years after a game comes out. Here I am playing. Oh, look at that. He's got some of the same art. So this is Victor Shack, and he's got some of the same art that Doc Mitchell had. That's interesting. So they got the same taste in art. So I assume if I got rid of Fallout character overhaul, the pink mouths would go away. I don't think it's worth it right now to do that. I might do it later, might not. Right now, I'm just trying to enjoy the fact that the game runs, still runs after all these years. This is really a fantastic game. I love it. It may be my favorite game ever. I don't know, because I really like Oblivion and Skyrim as well. There's a few other games that have gotten just a terrific amount of play with me. And so I don't know what my favorite game of all time would be. But this would definitely be in the top 10, probably even the top 5. Oh, I might need a gun. Yeah, let's go with the pistol. Okay, I got one of them. You saw he was coming after me. I had to kill him. Now, I don't have things like a World of Pain installed right now. I probably will do that later. But yeah, if you're used to a lot of mods, understand I'm not doing that right now, and I probably will do that in the future. I like mods that uncap how many times I can level up. I like ones that add new adventures. Like there's a bounty hunter series that was done by, I think it's called Some Guy. I really love the bounty hunting series. There's a lot of profanity in it though, so I don't know if I'm going to put it in a playthrough. I might. it's kind of weird because none of the videos I make are made for children. But that doesn't mean I'm trying to go R-rated or X-rated either. I definitely do not want to do that. Even if YouTube were to allow that, it's not my style. I wouldn't do it. So I don't like profanity in video games. And if the violence just seems to be to make it violent, I'm usually not into that either. Wow, the more things we shoot, the more things there are to shoot. Welcome to the Vault Tech Assisted Targeting System, or VATS. VATS displays the chance you will hit along with the condition of each body part. Mouse 1, attack your target. Mouse 2, cancel an attack. E, accept your actions. Left click on the left or right arrows to switch to a new target. The number of attacks you can make is limited by your action points. So I'm going to try and hit him in the head. Did I get him or not? You better not be playing possum. I really like adding quests, adventures to the games. I don't use cheap mods, although some would say, of course, the mod that I'm using right now to carry more than the game wants me to carry is a cheap mod, and you're welcome to that opinion. I'm just annoyed by either not being allowed to loot bodies of people that, you know, were there initially to kill me, or if I loot bodies, becoming encumbered so I can't go on with my activities. I have to go find a merchant, and then the merchant doesn't have enough generally doesn't have enough money to buy everything I have, so I got to go find another merchant or wait a few days. Oh hey, I never noticed that seam before. See, you can see between the ground and the rocks that's above it. That's interesting. Now, I've never made healing powder before Sonny tells me to in the tutorial, so I don't know what'll happen when she wants me to do that. That's one of the reasons I did it, was to find out what happens when you do things in another order. So like, for instance, in a recent Oblivion remastered video I did, well, in most of my latest ones, I didn't take the Amulet of Kings to Wayne and Priory right away. I went and did other things that I wanted to do in the game. You know, find out about the the guilds and stuff like that, rather than just jump into the main quest. Now, in that playthrough, in case you're watching, I am gonna do the main quest, and I've started to do the main quest now. In fact, and I don't know if I'm going to start over or whatever, but I have delivered the amulet. I've gone to Kvatch, done the whole Hero of Kvatch bit. All of that. Now, if you go to the podcasts in this channel, you can watch things in the order they were made. So you can watch entire run-throughs of games. Now, if it offers us a chance to do the tutorial, I'm still going to do it, and I don't know how Sunny will treat us under those circumstances because, again, we've already made the healing powder. And we're probably going to go up to the graveyard before meeting Sunny Smiles. Just to make it a little different. Oh, that's interesting. So from this, I'm going to deduce that if you go up the hill before you meet Barton Thorne, he doesn't come after you, and so he's killed down here. I don't know. I mean, I did go up the hill first. So I assume that's the reason he's dead there. I could be wrong. I'm due because I've never been wrong before. But that was interesting. I didn't know. I thought he would still talk to me and ask me to go up the hill and all of that bit. I do like A World of Pain, so I might add that. I wish it was fully voiced. Oh, this is my running speed? Oh, it's because I'm sneaking. Okay, yeah. I'm glad I finally got it running properly. I'm grateful to the modders, both the ones that have extinguished bugs in the or squashed bugs, however you want to say it, in the original Fallout New Vegas, and those that have given us a richer play environment by adding companions, places, gameplay, features, quests, cities, settlements, armors, weapons. I think these games are really good vanilla, in other words, unmodded. But I think the thing that keeps me coming back is that they are modded. So I could play them again and again and again, either because I want the same experience or I want a new experience. I don't remember there being wind here. I wonder if that's one of my mods or if it's always been that way and I just don't remember. Typically what I do when I get a game is I play it on the easiest level so that I get to see the story, interact with the writing and all of that. Then if I like the game enough, I'll put it on a higher difficulty level for the next playthrough. And so on until I'm playing on the hardest playthrough. So if I'm playing a game on the hardest playthrough, it means I've played it a few times before, and it's a tremendous compliment to whoever created it. It's saying, given all the games in the world, I choose to play your game more than once. I forgot to bring a shovel. And I forgot to bring a shovel here too. You found a limited edition Mojave Landmark snow globe. These rare pre-war artifacts are widely considered to be useless baubles, but rumor has it some collectors will pay dearly for them. The reason I'm up here is because in the tutorial, Sonny mentions coming up here to get something, I think some of the ingredients for that healing powder. But remember, we already made healing powder, so I don't know if she's just going to ignore that, whether she's going to send us up here anyway, whether she'll give us some new task instead. I like, you know, playing games and then playing them a different way. Getting all of the fun you can get out of a game. But even these role-playing games, they've made it almost impossible to be truly evil in them. And I'm not saying I want to be evil, but they're not as open as you think. Like this one, think about it. It's telling you, you are the courier. That means you don't have some non-courier background. We didn't get to choose our background here like you do in, say, Starfield, which came from the same company later. Well, not the same company. Obsidian made this game. based on a Bethesda product line. And Bethesda owns Fallout New Vegas and Starfield. Okay, the Steam overlay crashed the game, so I turned off the Steam overlay and hopefully it won't do it. What happened was Steam decided to send me a message that the Parade's expansion for the Planet Coaster 2000 had just come out. And that's what crashed. That's what crashed this game. So everything we did after exiting Victor's shack is gone. Because the game doesn't automatically save, you know, like every 5 minutes or every 3 minutes or even every 10 minutes. So I'm not going to do everything exactly the same way that I did before, but it might be similar. I'm just looking for that back way up so that we can have our first encounters. So that probably means we don't have a gun either. So let's go ahead and get the pistol ready. Again, I could be a lot more forgiving of Fallout New Vegas for a couple of reasons. One, I've had a lot of fun with it over the years. And two, it has been a lot of years. Not since I've played it, but like I said, I'm still enchanted by the fact that it's playable after all these years. I think I'm probably going in the wrong direction. Yeah, I don't think I can get through over here. Now it says it's saving. Well, I don't know what it's saving because... Well, let's look at the map. Oh, okay. How do you look at the map in this game? Data. World map. Yeah, we haven't been to the cemetery and we haven't been to Canyon Wreckage. Okay, so that's weird that it would. My guess is it's just putting up a message saying it's saving and it's not really saving it. Because if it was really saving it, we wouldn't have lost all that gameplay. And again, I find these things very forgivable given what I've gotten out of the Fallout New Vegas gaming experience. Okay, we're definitely going in the wrong direction if we want to go see Barton Thorne. So let's go back, Thorne. Dude, get a helmet. For those of you wondering, yes, we're going to meet Sunny Smiles. It's just not our first priority. I would like to get Fallout 3 running again, also. I'd very much like to play Fallout 3 again. Fallout 76 just doesn't have the soul that Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas have. Even Fallout 4 doesn't. Fallout 4 has much more of the soul of Fallout 3 and Fallout and Fallout 2 and Fallout Tactics and all of that. But it doesn't. Fallout 4 isn't nearly the game that Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas are. Or the original Fallout. Or Fallout 2. Or Fallout Van Buren. Which is, it's the game that Interplay was working on before they sold Fallout to Bethesda. I noticed somebody made a comment about wanting to kill Bethesda. I don't know what part of non-violent, non-profane people don't get. Yeah, I'm a fanboy, and yes, they are open to criticism, just like any of the games and game companies I deal with are open to criticism. But you know, non-violent, non-threatening. I know I get so few comments, I shouldn't complain about the comments I get, but I am trying to create a particular type of community here. Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Not likely I'd be able to kill them that far away with just a pistol. I wish I knew things like whether you've ever played this game before. Because I think my commentary would be different if I knew that everybody watching had played this game before. Or most people watching hadn't played this game before. And I don't want to presume, because I'd probably get it wrong. And I'm already good at getting things wrong without trying, so. Thank you for wearing underwear. By the way, it takes 55 repair to reset a bear trap. I mean, we saw how simple that bear trap was. Oh. Probably a government thing. You know, the government setting standards on a certification you have to have just to reset a bear trap. Where'd the body go? Oh, there you are. Welcome to Vault Tech Assisted Targeting System, or VATS. VATS displays the chance you will hit along with the condition of each body part. Mouse 1, attack your target. Mouse 2, cancel and attack E, accept your actions. Left click on the left or right arrows to switch to a new target. The number of attacks you can make is limited by your action points. Well, that was pretty nifty. Now, I think I have a way to make this HUD go away. I haven't looked into it yet. Like I said, I'm still in the honeymoon phase. Just giddy that I could play this game now on a modern computer. Now, I do wonder what kills Barton Thorne, because we saw him. We saw him down there when we went into the area, and then, but when we got to him, he was already dead, so. I'm kind of confused about what would kill him, because we don't see anybody else in that area over there beyond that trailer. We'll look again in a moment. See, there he is alive. There he is, still alive. Still see him alive. And still alive. So this is different than the last time we played. What's wrong? I don't think so. Did you know you have pink gum disease? Where is she? I'll see what I can do. Now, the reason I want to keep the Fallout character overhaul is it makes them look more interesting. Even though obviously I don't approve of the pink mouth problem. And hopefully we get that fixed. But whether we do or we don't, I'm not going to let that ruin my game. Now, I don't know, since we've already been up here and cleared all of these, whether more will show up or not. So far, I'm not seeing or hearing any more of these geckos. I wonder if anybody ever made a mod where these geckos in the game talk to people about insurance. Again, I don't know how this works when we've already been up here. Because normally we go up here, we get attacked by the geckos. If we kill the geckos, Barton Thorne shows up after us. But here we got rid of the geckos. We went all the way up to the target, and now I'm not seeing any Barton Thorne come up. So I could go look for him and try to talk to him. Oh, there he is. For those of you who don't know, I wasn't just trying to be cruel. If you play it vanilla, he reveals that it was all a trick. In other words, there never was a girl. He just sent you up there, and then he was going to rob you of any of the rewards you got for being up there. So now we're going to go back to the graveyard, and then, well, I probably should start a new video that I could put on the end of this one, only because even though I set Steam to act right. I can't guarantee that it will, and I don't want to lose a bunch of work again. Now we've got some like uncut, you know, New Vegas uncut type mods that will add a merchant over there by the sign, and I will put them in later on in the game. Oh, I probably will put in some weather mods too. Gene, Prim, Las Vegas. It doesn't say how many miles. I think they did that so that they wouldn't have to, you know, change signs. You know, so that some would say meters and some would say kilometers, and some would say meters, some would say miles, and all that. But you wouldn't need that because the setting is you know, Nevada. And in Nevada, it would certainly have said miles rather than kilometers. I'm looking for something and I can't find it. So that's why I'm not on the road right now. And I might not find it, but... And it could be that it only shows up in Wild Wasteland. That could be the reason I can't find it. Yeah, because I don't think it's this far up, so it could be only in Wild Wasteland, which I will activate later on. Probably not later on in this video, but... Now remember, I'm intentionally doing things out of the sequence that people would normally do them. Testing to see what happens when you do such things. Believe me, I've done it in sequence lots and lots of times. I got a shotgun. I don't think I have a... I don't have what I would call a sniper rifle. Those are rad scorpions down there. And they might get to me before I could kill them, but I'm hoping not. Okay, I'm in trouble. You have discovered several locations. You can fast travel back to discovered locations using the world map on your Pip-Boy. Well, right now I've got bigger concerns. Okay, welcome to level 2. I could get to assign 15 skill points. So I'll go 5 to speech, 5 to guns, and 5 to survival. With each rank of the Swift Learner perk, you gain an additional 10% to total experience points whenever experience points are earned. Now remember, we took the skilled perk before, which is holding us back 10% on our. So we might want to do that. Although I like intense training, so we're going to add. We'll add to our agility. Now I don't know where the third rad scorpion is. I think we killed it. There isn't any health regen in this game. Oh, there's the other one. Oh, look at that. So Victor came to help us. He's the one. He's probably the reason we weren't killed then. We don't have a shovel to dig there. But Victor got killed by the rad scorpions, it looks like. So he's out of the game. I remember wondering, hey, you know, where's Victor? He usually helps me here. Okay, that was the limited edition snow comb again. Snow globe, sorry. Now, you know, I could take something for this low health problem. But you can also regain all your health by sleeping. So if you can disengage from the battle or finish the battle without dying, and then get to a place where you can sleep legally, You're okay. I notice, see, even with very few mods, the terrain shifted visually and all that. Again, I would think it would be because my graphics card obviously did not exist in 2008 when this game released. So the game couldn't be made for my graphics card. Or it could just be a weird way that they're handling memory. It could be anything like that. I know there's beds in Victor's shack. I don't know whether they'll let us sleep in them or not. But we're going to try. Yeah, there we go. And as you see, I'm no longer near death. And now I'm going to go over to the Prospector Saloon and meet Sunny, and if she decides she wants to give me a tutorial, I'll accept it, although I don't know, other than shooting behind the Prospector Saloon, I don't know what else she could possibly teach me in a tutorial. Oh, and I was hoping Easy Pete would be out here, because Easy Pete is generally here, and he can teach you his perspective on the New California Republic and Caesar's Legion. So again, the organic storytelling is really the way to go. Uh-oh. Well, we definitely have a crash here. I'm going to end it right now. Okay, she said don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to. I didn't know that this was going to work, and so I didn't have the recorder on. What do you do around here? Now her mouth is purple. Let's talk about the areas around Good Springs. How would I know? I mean, what other towns are nearby, question mark? Oh, where can I find critters that do take kindly to getting shot? Yeah. What kind of creatures are out there, question mark? Uh-huh. Aren't we all? You mentioned the National Cash Register Corporation? From what does the National Cash Register Society keep you safe? What do you know about the other group? Question mark? How would you rather they kill folk? That's all I wanted to know. Let's talk about someone else. I'm a little short on caps, since I don't know what caps are because nobody's told me that they're money. And that's not even in that big, long prologue movie that I told you was unnecessary. I don't suppose there's any work available? Ah. The bobby pins are for what? Won't we all? And this magazine, Locksmith Reader? Alright, I'll go take a look at that safe when I have a chance. I need to get a prim. Can you suggest a route? I thought you said I could never know what I'd run into. Then you start telling me what I'd run into. You're a very confusing little person. Doc Mitchell. Well, he said you could teach me to survive in the desert.
Hey there.
Since you said please. Okay, let me save this first. Because I honestly don't know what's going to happen. Okay, well that loaded just fine.
Now, see the sass.
I am crouched. I don't think you do. Because you got that pink mouth thing going on. You're really, really close to death. I mean, okay, I'm in. I know where it is. I already killed him. It'll be interesting to see if more show up. Because remember, we already did off them. I want to know what happened to the... So there used to be a refrigerator around here somewhere. It had a Easter egg in it. From Star Wars. Well, anyway, I don't see it. I don't know if I missed it. I don't think I missed it, but let's go back to the tutorial before she notices we're missing. Wait, is it down here? Okay, let's stop looking for it. Let's go meet up with Sunny Smiles. You're facing the wrong direction. No. I don't think we do. He should be treating your gum disease. So, this will be interesting. Yep, there they are. So they... Looks like these populate for this mission itself. Which might mean that it could possibly mean that the ingredients for the healing potion she wants us to create later on in the tutorial will also populate just for the tutorial. I don't know. Well, I've been down there, and so I know that other chick isn't there. I think her name is Daisy or something like that. So let's see if she gets if she gets populated just for this tutorial. See, she showed up. And she usually gets killed, and she's really grateful if she doesn't get killed. Well, I just saved her life right after she got killed. But we've been here before, so you know she wasn't here when we were here before. Oh, she's just called Good Spring Settler? Okay, I thought she was called Daisy or something. It couldn't hurt. Okay, so we've collected them before over there. So I don't know if we can collect any here. I mean, we can go back to the schoolhouse, of course. Yeah, because as you can see, the spots where we collect them here, we've already collected them. Yeah, and that's missing too because we already collected it. And I think the critters aren't going to show up here because we already killed them. So let's go over to the schoolhouse because we haven't been to the schoolhouse yet. So that one doesn't need to reset. It just needs to be there in the first place. But the other one, unless the graveyard has respawned, I don't know where we're going to get the ingredient. But one thing at a time. This is kind of interesting to me. Since we didn't do it in the order they wanted. I think killing bugs with a shotgun or a rifle. I don't know the difference between a shotgun or a rifle. But I think this is kind of overkill. As a bug zapper, you know. Jalapeno. So where's the... I forget what she said would be here, but I'm not seeing whatever plant she said I was supposed to collect here. Could it be inside the schoolhouse? That seems unlikely. Say your prayers, Mantis. Get it? Some terminals are protected and can't be accessed without a password. If your science skill is high enough, you can attempt to hack the terminal. Selecting the correct password will grant you access. If your guess is incorrect, you will be shown how many letters match the correct password and in the correct location. You have 4 tries to guess correctly. If you fail, the terminal will remain inaccessible until you own the password. You can exit hacking at any time and try again. However, exiting the terminal will force its security to reset, delaying your ability to start hacking again. Okay. We'll go with wearing. 2 out of 7 correct, so the ing can't be right. The EA could be right, but not in healings. So all the okay, I must have done this wrong. It's not an ing, and most of these are ings. Okay, I did it wrong. But I'm also not finding any Xander root or rock flower in here. So I mean, it was fun going in there and everything, but I don't think that's going to help us. We'll go back to the graveyard. But I'm not at all convinced it's going to help us either. It could be my doing it out of the right order will prevent me from completing this particular quest. And if so, I mean, it's just a tutorial quest. It's no big deal if I never complete it. These are just the things I'm trying to find out by doing things in a different order than people generally do. Now that's interesting. I don't have my slower leveling mod installed right now. So they obviously know I've already been here. More bug killing with guns. And to be clear, you don't have to do it with a gun. And I don't think I'm gonna find anything up here that I came to get. But I do get, XP. for everything I kill, so it was worth coming up here anyway. And obviously, they populated this area after the last time I was here. So they probably populated it when Sonny told me about coming up here. But as you see, it's not going to do me any good because there isn't any Brock flower or Xander root here. And over this ridge, remember, is where we found rad scorpions originally, and they're still gone, which is good. So, that's probably unlikely. I got out of Doc Mitchell's office not too long ago, so there really hasn't been enough time for you to follow me for good the time. Don't follow me, you'll live longer. Okay. Could you try not to end sentences and prepositions? What's so special about these caps? So you collect these caps too? Are you LeVar Burton? Yeah, I'm kind of getting a LeVar Burton vibe off of you. Not the beard and all of that, but the sound of your voice. You're probably not, but this is a really stupid quest, in my opinion, and I'll tell you why. He says that it goes back to before the war. Well, if there's some company, like the Sunset Sarsaparilla Company, for instance, giving out a reward if you get 50 of these caps, well, what makes you think they'd still be around 200 years later after most of the world has been bombed into oblivion? Doesn't make any sense. Where can I find more of these caps? You mentioned someone named Festus. Who's that? About what kind of treasure are we talking? Thanks for the info, but I'm going to shoot you dead. Well, if you were LeVar Burton, I wouldn't have to do this. Wow, he's fast. He's got 6 Sunset Sarsaparilla Star bottle caps. It just doesn't make any sense to me that he would tell me about this. Why would he do that? Unless he wanted me to get killed. So I'm telling you why I shot him. You don't. That's not the sort of thing you tell strangers. And so if you are telling strangers, you're doing it for a reason. And the reason has to be nefarious. So either he wanted me to find him so that he could ambush me and take my stars, or he wants somebody else to kill me and take the stars, or they don't exist and he's got some other motivation. Well, this stuff is all owned by somebody. I don't think, I mean, when I go back to her, I'll see if I have the ingredients, but I don't think I have the ingredients. Yeah, see, it's still... Oh, okay, here's the Xander route. What do you know? Now they're pointing me back towards that stupid hill where Malcolm Hunter, what was his last name? I don't know his last name. Where he met his untimely death. But like I said, I think he was trying to get me killed. And I'm trying to live, so... By the way, this is such a waste of ammo. And look at this, the bottles don't exist. They can't be picked up. They don't exist in the world, okay. Meaning they're visual objects, but not physical objects to the game engine. So let's just follow this quest marker and see if there is any way to get the other ingredient up here. I don't think there is. Unless, of course, like I said, it's been respawned. Oh, there's a Brock flower. Well, what do you know? So the game's smarter than I am. Which isn't really saying much, but, you know. Anybody else need killing? would still like to find that stupid refrigerator, but I don't know if it's here. Because I used to find it without looking for it, and now I'm looking for it and I can't find it. And again, it might require Wild Wasteland, which I have a Wild Wasteland mod that will give me the Wild Wasteland trait without me having to waste one of my traits on it. Because you can only pick a limited number of traits in the beginning of the game. And it doesn't make sense that Wild Wasteland would be a trait anyway, because it's all about things happening in the world. It's not about you. So, like, the traits are usually things like you're more accurate with a gun, you could sneak better, or whatever. They're your attributes, your traits that you take on. But weird things showing up in the world wouldn't be your attributes. That would be weird things showing up in the world. So I'm a little skeptical about calling Wild Wasteland a trait. Actually, I'm totally skeptical about it. Not just a little. I was being a little modest when I said that. Very little modest. I know, I've done this before. Will it heal your mouth? Because your mouth... I didn't do it yet, lady. At least not in front of you. Okay, now maybe I can do what you wanted me to do with the ingredients, which is create a healing powder. Okay, and I'll make some black coffee, even though I don't drink coffee. And a boat fly slider. And that's it. We are done with the tutorial, and we can now go anywhere. I mean, we could always go anywhere in the world that we wanted, but we're not bogged down by the tutorial. We probably will, you know, meet Trudy, the bartender at the Prospector Saloon, at some point. I don't know why water that's clearly not moving would make a bubbling sound, but there you go. And we got something on our radar as being something trying to kill us. Is it running away? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Thank you. Come again. Looks like there's more out here. But then again, they just disappeared from my radar. Oh, they're way up there. Your weapon is in poor condition and could do more damage if repaired. You can repair items in your Pip-Boy or by visiting a vendor. To repair it yourself, you'll need to use parts from a similar weapon. Well, I would think right now I would just try to fight to stay alive. Okay, where's the other one? Any questions? Looks like there may be more of them, since it says danger. Okay. It looks like there's more. Because it's telling me cautious and danger and all of that. Where is it? Oh, it's way over there. I don't know if there's any critters left to worry about. Now we're on Interstate 15. I thought we were on 25 before. I think I've been on both of them in real life. Now you can see that building is kind of washed out. I'm looking for a place to kind of pause the well, I mean to end the video, but when I say pause, that's what I mean, to end the video so that we have a nice, good chapter ending. For when I come back to this, and I probably will come back to this. We got a rough start. Hopefully, if you stayed through it, you know that. But now, you know, I've gotten real footage of the game with every expectation that I could continue to do that. I think this guy's going to come up to me. So I can't end it if he's running up to me. What's going on in Prim? What's wrong with your mouth? Shouldn't you be protecting the town or something? Why can't you protect them? So first he tells us we can't go further in this direction, and then he gives us a command to go further in this direction, which I didn't want him to talk to me at all. I was gonna end the video before he talked to me. That's why I was up on those cliffs. I didn't think he would pursue me up on the cliffs. I didn't know his radius of influence, or whatever you would call it, his zone of action. So this is, I don't know if it's a full-blown outpost, and I don't know what constitutes a full-blown outpost. But this is where the NCR is. Across from Prim.
We won't go quiet.
I'm an archaeologist, and I carry a whip. Oh, wait a minute, that's a different game. What are you doing out here? What's wrong with your mission? That'd be slowly, and don't use any profanity on my channel. Tell me about the correctional facility. Do you have any information on these convicts? I have some other questions. Okay, I guess I don't have other questions. Goodbye.
Hey. Man, it's a real uphill fight these days. I'm not sure how we're gonna handle all these convicts.
I'm not sure you are.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
So you thought the military was going to assign you a job for you to gamble? That seems incoherent.
Go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Well, I don't think they care how much noise you make. Why are you
Patrolling
walking?
the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Why did you walk over that chair? Are you insane? And by the way, if you're sane or insane, why not subscribe to the Poorly Aged Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel? The Poorly Aged Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer, where you're falling in love in stereo.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Yeah, you already said that. Don't bother me anymore.